Hello, my beautiful lily pads. It is Kurumori Kuro, and today we are back with another reaction for Salmonella Obscure Obsolete Inventions. This is an older video, but I haven't watched it yet, so I'm like, hey, I can react to it. And the thumbnail was pretty interesting. It kind of looked like Michael Jackson and JJ the Airplane, which, you know, they are obscure inventions. Or obsolete. They're not obscure, people know who they are, but they are obsolete, so let's see what he has to say. Here we go.
Alright, after months upon months of unrelenting pressure by you psychopaths pretending to be my characters on Twitter, I finally got a merch store. Let this be a lesson, kids. With enough
He's got a
harassment, you
pin?
can achieve anything. Anyway, go check it out. Or
I want
don't,
a pin.
whatever.
Does he still sell them? This is old. He probably doesn't sell them anymore.
Hey kids, if I learned anything from my middle school career, it's that what may seem like a good idea initially will often be remembered only as a foolish mistake. Here's a few pieces of technology from yesteryear that have since fallen into total obscurity. So I've always believed that there's no point in having many small things when you can have one big thing. Why have many shrimp when you can have one lobster? Why drink many glasses of milk when you can eat one udder? Why have many cheese-its when you can have one cheese-them? Patent pending. And why have many street lights when you can have one moonlight tower? These guys were real popular back in the 1880s and 90s, often standing at over 150 feet tall and illuminating several blocks from a single point. Not very well, mind you. Matter of fact, they were so dim, we didn't even have the conscience to just call them light towers. Had to go and stick the moon on the front so people didn't get their hopes up. But thanks to our good old friend, the inverse square law, you still needed a fuck ton of light to pull this off. So they used incredibly harsh and UV emitting arc lights instead of incandescent bulbs. All the light of the moon and all the vision damage of the sun. Talk about a win-win. Sadly, these beasts have fallen by the wayside over the past century or so, except for in Austin, apparently, but they use friendlier mercury vapor lamps
Texas.
in them, so they only get
everything sucks.
Now, anyone who's been around a baby long enough knows they always have a cloud of ghoulish stench hovering around them. Jeez Louise, somebody better air out that musty little muskrat before Grandma starts drooping again.
Children
you
are
can stick
so
him on the
nasty.
clothesline for a while, but knowing that little moron, I'm sure he'd find a way to hurt himself somehow. Introducing the baby.
The baby.
Finally, city dwellers all across the nation have a way of unleashing their postnatal
Oh no, that is so stupid. Who would do that?
Before falling out of style.
I was gonna say they're gonna fall.
Apparently society started deeming babies more valuable than air conditioners. I don't really get it personally, but this is also around the time we started putting lead in gasoline, so it's probably for the best we kept them inside all day. Matter of fact, it's my firm belief that without kids growing up breathing lead, there's no way pet rocks would have taken off in the 70s. Wow, alienating baby boomers. He's so brave and controversial. Now, in the days between the Great War and the not as great but still pretty alright war, people were trying to find efficient means of detecting an incoming air attack. They climbed their nation's tallest mountains to seek the wisdom of their greatest elders, and the wise men said, big ears. So that's what they did. These giant discs were known as acoustic mirrors and were designed to focus incoming sound over a 5-meter diameter into a single point. They were reasonably effective as listening devices. A few of them in Britain were able to pick up the sound of a plane from all the way across the English Channel. Of course, radar came along soon after, rendering these things completely useless beyond looking brutalist as hell. For real, instant album cover material.
Yeah, but like that's also kind of cool. Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
On this poor wayward harlot. Huh. Just kidding. Despite the fact that this looks so very, very much like a state-of-the-art instrument of torture, it's actually just a beauty micrometer. Think those shoe size measure things at Foot Locker, only instead of one primitive measurement, it records the entire topology of your face and skull at once. With this data, a trained cosmetologist would be able to pinpoint exactly what features of your head should be enhanced and reduced with makeup in order to achieve a maximum calculated attractiveness after you've paid.
It looks like Michael Jackson.
I
thought that was Michael Jackson in the thumbnail.
What, Eye of the Beholder? Check the name tag, buddy. Apparently, though, women didn't like being strapped into a bird cage and having their every minute flaw meticulously laid out in front of them, so this thing never really took off in the end. Next, we have the Humlauf. This was a device made during World War II designed to let infantry shoot around corners. It's like the Germans sat down and watched that part in Tom and Jerry.
Bullets don't work that way, though, right?
Gun barrel back at
I feel like they're not
said,
gonna. It's just gonna.
Came in a variety of angles between 30 and 90 degrees, and it even came with a little periscope so you could see what you were shooting at.
Did they
work? As we all come to find out when we reach adolescence, cartoons are the arbiters of deceit, because these things would invariably break
I'm
within
like,
the
it's
first
just
couple
gonna go
hundred shots or
through
so.
it.
And even when they did work, the rounds would fucking explode from the massive acceleration, turning a deadly bullet into an ineffectual spray of shrapnel. These were
So
so
why did they
ineffective that only the
make
30-degree
them?
model ever saw significant production beyond prototypes, and even that was very limited. Say, you ever look at regular mouse traps and go, not enough property damage? Well, check this out. Patented in 1882, it's the revolver mousetrap, brought to you by the makers of the
fuck
snail
no.
trebuchet and the cockroach claymore. Thanks to the marvels of the modern era,
Why
all
would
those
you do
tiresome
that?
hours of intense varmint
Oh my
slang
God.
can be outsourced to one little gadget
That
on the
would be
floor of your kid's
disgusting to
playroom.
pick
now
up.
when you hear a gunshot in the middle of the night, you
It's
can
just your
rest easy
neighbors.
knowing that, one way or the other, there's one less pest for you to deal with in the morning. Boom. 1850. Steam locomotives are all the rage. You're in the transport
That shouldn't
business,
have
but all
been
you can
as
afford
funny
is a
as it
couple of
was.
dumb horses. Sure, they move things from point A to point B almost as well at a fraction of the cost, but your cool rail riding friends called you a whack ass and it really hurt your feelings. Well, have we got the invention for you? The Impulsoria uses an ingenious system of treadmills to turn that horse to be beckoned into a force to
What?
be reckoned with. Sure, it's expensive as hell to make and limits your services entirely to railroads, but just look at it. Instant pussymobile. Slap some rims and a spoiler on that, you're laughing. This machine is recorded at having a maximum output of 2 to 4 horsepower,
That's
which
it.
sounds about right. And it didn't see much use outside a couple
Yeah, which
expeditions.
used the
Now,
powers
there's
of
one
two.
hobby that
Shut
people
up.
in the past enjoyed, it's smoking. Who boy did they like smoking. And with every great wholesome activity comes
those
a million
stupid
novelty items to go
kids.
along with it. Everyone's seen the
I
long
know they
cigarette,
didn't know
but how
better,
about the
but
really
still,
long cigarette?
you can't
Wanna
just-
smoke in the rain? Here you go. Going snorkeling? Hey, you know what's more important than oxygen?
I'm just gonna be
Nicotine.
quiet
But
about
hey,
it.
want to do anything better than a cigarette? 2 cigarettes. You know what? Fuck it. Have the whole pack.
Oh, yeah,
You
I've
earned
seen
it.
these
Of course, if you're
before.
trying to cut back, you
Yeah.
can always share it with a friend. Aw, how
Oh.
heartburning. But you know what's even more fun than addiction? High-quality documentaries. That's why you should check out Curiosity Stream. From the face behind the Discovery Channel,
Ugh.
Curiosity Stream lets you stuff your little meatuses full of all the bizarre knowledge the world has to offer. And with
Meatuses.
over 2,400 titles, there's no way there isn't something that interests you here. Remember Secret Life of Pets? Trash movie. Turgid prose, stilted dialogue, pandering humor, and above all, highly unrealistic. On the other hand, The Secret Life of Dogs is an absolute treasure. Did you know they turn their
And
tongues
it's
into
highly
very inside-out
pixelated,
ladles when they
too.
drink? Just one of the many fun facts found inside. Normally, full access to Curiosity Stream only costs $2.99 a month or $20 a year, which is nothing. That's like a McDonald's run every 4 months. But if you still have your doubts, you can get 30 days free if you sign up at curiositystream.com/salmonella and use promo code salmonella during the sign-up process. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time,
Oh, I
I'm
thought there was
Salmonella, and check out this
more.
JPEG.
I sat through that whole ad for nothing. I thought there was more video. Ugh. That was very interesting. A lot of those, all of those I didn't know about, except the cigarette ones. I've seen a lot of those before. It was very interesting. If you have any comments, suggestions, leave them down below, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.